try to explain to those people who don't know and don't understand why black people ain't out there. I'm gonna explain to y'all, and I'm gonna try to do it quickly because I want to do a longer form, but that'll be on a different platform. So here we go. I was born in '86, right? Throughout the '90s and the 2000s, one of the things that kept being said about black people is, they need to build up their community. Why don't they build up their own neighborhoods? Why don't they own their own businesses? Why ain't they doing all this stuff? They commit the most crimes. They're the main ones on welfare and all this other stuff, and they're the main ones with affirmative action and DEI and all this other stuff. And we believed all the stuff and negative stuff that they were saying about us, our community, and our culture, right? Right. Now, fast forward to where we are now, where a lot of us are doing our research on this stuff and realize a lot of the stuff that they were saying about us was just straight up lies. We don't commit the most crimes in this country. We're not the main ones who benefit from welfare programs. We're not the main ones who benefit from DEI and affirmative action. And regardless of anything that has ever been said against us, we still find time to laugh, smile, build up, take care of our families, and do all of that stuff. And we're learning that all that stuff that they said about us was lies. We also learned that a lot of the stuff that our ancestors fought for, the people who do benefit the most from that stuff, are the ones who will talk trash about our community and about our culture and don't even understand it. And now we're feeling offended because you guys are benefiting from the stuff that our ancestors fought for, but yet are the same ones talking some of the most trash about us. And y'all want to wonder why we're not fighting? We fought for y'all back in November. November 2024, we fought for y'all. Y'all didn't fight for y'all because it was a hectic time during that election. And that election showed black people one thing, that we are more on accord than y'all have been leading us to believe. Even black women, y'all had black women thinking that white women were going to stand by their side more than black men until them election results came in and we realized, like, we actually are more together than apart. And, you know, of course, we can blame it on a couple of loudmouths with a podcast, Mike, but it is what it is. So we're looking at it like, nah, y'all got yourselves into this mess. What we're going to do is build our community like y'all been saying we need to do, and y'all can go deal with this. In fact, don't ask where the black people are at. Why don't you go ask all them random TikTokers who suddenly got political and told y'all not to doggone vote or try to vote for a third party, that as soon as the election results came in, all of a sudden, they don't talk about politics no more. Ask them to go help you. Don't ask us. That's the reason why. So just in case you need to know, that's the reason why.
Seen a couple videos on here, and as well as people inboxing me saying, Auntie, how you feel about the brown people saying that African Americans should step in to assist in the protest? Let me say this, by being an African American woman, I feel absolutely positively horrible about what's going on to these innocent children, people being deported to countries they've never lived in or haven't lived in years to come. So much has changed, being brought over to countries they've never lived in and expected just, throw into something. I feel absolutely positively bad about that, y'all. But then at the same token, if we're going to keep it real, we got to talk about it. Back when it was time for an election, a lot of people let race as well as sex cloud their judgment. They wanted nothing to do with an African American. I don't care what y'all say. She's not African American. She's Indian and her dad is Jamaican. Whatever. She's looked at, when she writing on paper as an African American woman. That could not happen at the White House. Y'all didn't want an African American woman to be in the White House, so y'all chose the alternative. So now that you chose the alternative, you have to deal with the consequences of your choice. How can you want some people to come and gather with you to protest against something that y'all knew was going to happen? Man, this man said over and over and over again what he was going to do. And y'all was, because you didn't think it was going to come to pass. And now that it has, now you want somebody else to come over there and help you? That ain't how that works, because ain't nobody help us. We've been fighting for years and years and years at a time. We still fighting a fight, an endless fight. I got black sons who will fight a fight for the rest of their life just for being born African American males. What the hell is y'all talking about? Because I know what I'm talking about. Thank y'all for sipping a little more tea with Auntie. Bye, y'all.